Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Ah, title page. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, the title page is broken. That's interesting. Well, I'll fix that later. Anyway, welcome back, everybody, to the Drawcast. It is... What day is it? I don't even know what day it is anymore. It's Friday, the 6th of November, 2020. It's free draw day, everybody. Like, come by the Aggie, come by the Discord, come hang out with us, draw some stuff. It is Kevin the Necromancer day. We're supposed to draw Kevin the Necromancer. I'm really excited about this. He does. I told him. That's a fair question. Does he know? No. Have I sent him the information that he could know had he checked his phone? Maybe. We'll find out. So there's always a possibility that we might get a guest appearance of Kevin the Necromancer. But for the most part, what is it? It's a Pathfinder character. He is an undead lord, is what it's called. He is undead, which is kind of weird because the undead lord path usually makes your character start somewhat alive and then go to super dead. We just started him off as dead, and how he's slowly becoming more dead. I don't know how that happens, but it is. And it's working out pretty well. I think he's level 13 now. Level 12, level 13. Pretty long-standing character. I haven't played a game in a while, because we switched. One of the players wanted to DM a little bit, and so we've been running his D&D campaign. He's been running it. And it's been a lot of fun. You know, I usually am DMing and not playing, and so it's nice to take that break sometimes. So super excited about that. Glad to be hanging out with everybody today. I probably need to get in the voice channel chat so I can actually see people. That ox is on fire, though. Oh yeah, no, the fire ox looks great. I Twitch streamed a little bit yesterday, the commission, and then when I went to save the file, my pen exploded. And it didn't save, and then the file corrupted, and I lost it. But so I spent about an hour and a half repainting something I'd already painted. But having the VOD from Twitch was great because I just like grabbed the colors from it and repainted it. It wasn't so bad. But it was still it was a bummer. So that should be done today, and then I will share that with people a little later after I send it in. Yeah, that was my week. That's where we're at. And now we're going to draw some Kevin the Necromancer. So, boom. Voice channel chat. Get the YouTube chat open. Hype, Sierra. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the hype. Everybody should get the hype. Is that heater too loud? That's not supposed to be turned on right now, but it is. I'm going to be drawing over here today. This is Mr. Rook. Let's see. So, mostly dead. Undead Lord Cleric. Kevin the Necromancer also has... Oh, I should warm up with a rugby. It is Friday. I said I would start with a rugby. I will start with a rugby. Maybe we'll do an Undead Lord rugby. More spooky rugbies. I missed some opportunities this month. I hope everybody has gotten their rugby Halloween stickers. They went out a while ago, but the post office has been preoccupied, let's say. So that's a thing. I've got 2 new stickers for sometime this month. I think I want to get one more sticker, and then I'll send those out. I could just send out the pins. Oh, those haven't come in yet, though. When I get the pins, maybe I'll send those out. Maybe I'll do that. I do need to update the store so people can actually order those. What makes a good undead lord? Like, what's a good... I'm thinking just putting a skull on top. Maybe skull face paint. That would be pretty cool. We could do that. That'd probably be a pretty dope. Pretty dope. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, let's do like some what is the game? Overwatch Sombra face paint skull. I think that's probably pretty good. Would his mouth just like go through the teeth though? Yeah, I think that's what I feel like. That's what a rugby would do. And now we're just drawing zombie rugby, huh? All right, that's fine. I have no qualms with this. I have absolutely no issues with people drawing zombie rugby. That was the other thing about the bull. Because I had to redo that commission, I didn't end up getting the video finished, which is sad because I thought I was going to get it out today. So I'll probably release that over the weekend. Then go from there. And then instead of his normal earring, I'll give him another skull. I do like drawing skulls. I have that one friend that always gives me really, really harsh critique. I sent him the 3D skull that we modeled yesterday in Blender. I guess we sculpted it, we didn't model it. There's a difference. But I sent that to him and he's like, great, do it 10 more times. And he's like, oh, that's fair. Just gotta keep practicing, keep going. Iteration, try again, do better every time. I think rugby's getting much better every time I draw him, so I'm excited about that. And then I say that and I draw a really weird foot. What's everybody else doing today? Yeah. We could do some fun stuff today. That's no good. Nightmares are never fun. I had a nightmare that I was basically playing Pokemon, but with credit cards. It didn't make any sense. Like, it was literally just like showing people. It wasn't actually a credit card. It was just like some kind of card. Like, look at it. Fireball, I win. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I woke up and I was like, all right, I'm done sleeping for the day. So that is not how feet work. Nothing about this is good. I don't like talking about dreams with people. It never makes sense. No, it's totally fine. It's just like that was the thing that happened and I just lived through for 10 minutes, so let's forget about it for right now. There we go. Now, how can I make this more necromantic? Things Kevin the Necromancer has. Jacob, welcome. Let's think about this. He's got a... Oh, actually, I don't know if he has that. He started out the game with a cursed talking bag. Bag of devouring. I think it was an intelligent bag of devouring. But since he was undead, it couldn't convince him to do anything. Because in Pathfinder, undead things are immune to mind-altering effects. So it basically just waddled around telling him to feed things to it. Which was pretty funny. It was really good. Oh yeah, no, all the time. All the time fed things to that bag. I just stopped to check my phone again because reasons. I have a problem. All right. Right? Oh wait, I thought you were talking about allergies because I can never breathe almost. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, if for some unknown reason you are having anxiety this week, you know, that's okay. It's okay. You can talk about it a little bit. Talk a little bit about the anxiety, maybe, or just, you know the rules of the Discord. Don't break them, and I'm fine with it. But I do want this to be a place where people can talk if they need to talk. So, absolutely, get that out if you need to. Should I give? I'm gonna put this bag, which I'm gonna make it look really, really grumpy. Make it a grumpy evil bag. For some reason, I feel like evil bags should only ever have one eye. That's fair. We could go no eyes. Yep. Does Kevin the Necromancer have a book? One of my favorite Kevin the Necromancer stories is how we were trying to interject one of our friends into the story for like a one shot. Like he was only going to be in one game, so we're like, oh yeah, we'll just make a character for you, and I've got a great idea. And so I basically gave Kevin the Necromancer this amazing body to steal. And we like kind of all passively knew that it was the character, so he was going to raise him as a skeleton. And for some reason, Kevin just fought the urge. He's like, no, I don't need it. It's fine. And we're like, come on, man. Play along. So we spent like an hour with one of our friends' characters just laying dead on a table. And it's like, anytime you want to do something about this, let our friend play the game. That'd be great. How'd your streaming go, Jonas? Did you stream today? Oh, streaming right now. Stealing my content. Nice. How's your D&D go? You betrayed everyone. Aren't you the DM? Oh, okay. Deal. Well, you know, that's their fault. They had the opportunity. I like that stuff. I like I like it when big bad evil guys are like actually talkative. Like there's the monologue, which always is boring, and we usually skip the monologue. And then there's combat. And then there's like, I'm about to win monologue. But like, if you can actually have conversations with someone when you're fighting them, it's kind of fun. Ugh, I got banished last night. Yeah, my dragoon got banished for like 2 rounds or so. It was pretty funny. Was not expecting it. Was not expecting it. It's good. It was good on Lars to do that for us. Yep. Jump rope almost died. It was close. It was a good game. It went on for a long time. Well, we started late. I guess it didn't actually. We only played for like an hour and a half, but we started late, so it felt longer than it should have been. But it was a lot of fun. Okay, there's my necromantic rugby. Yeah, that's what I got. All right, Kevin the Necromancer. Is that Whose hand is on Rugby's head? That's my question. Found a hand and carried it with him. Oh, I thought that was like a sticker. They just put little stickers on his face. That's pretty great. All right, Kevin the Necromancer. Let's get this going. Kevin started as a wispy little skeleton man who got burnt a lot and had his head removed a few times. For a while, Kevin the Necromancer was literally just a skull in a bag. Because Kevin didn't want to commit to playing. He's like, I'll show up sometimes. I'll be there sometimes. It's fine. And if I'm there, I'll talk, but I don't want to do anything. And we're like, we'll just put you in a bag. And then eventually he got really into it and came back. So it was a lot of fun. Games don't have to be super, super serious, I think people have the biggest problem they have with, like, when they write their stories. I don't know why I said it like that. When people are writing a campaign, they really like to have a singular person, which I have used Kevin the Necromancer many times, as the main character to, like, drive the story. And so a lot of DMs will write that way. And then they come into problems when somebody dies or somebody leaves, and it's like, well, the campaign's done. We can't do it now because that person's gone. I think, and I used to do that. I've done that in the past. But I think a better way to write the story is you have the world events laid out, and just let it go. See what happens. Even if your characters are supposed to be taking a leading role, like, the events should still unfold if they don't. Yeah. I've had a few campaigns. Sorry, go ahead. I've been talking for a while. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah? That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big fan of non-isolated groups. So, like, your party is usually getting their money from a guild or from a town that hires lots of people. Sometimes you'll have, like, a tiny town that will hire, how do they find the adventurers? This is just like, oh, you're randomly in a tavern and we need you to save 500 people. No, it's like they sent out for you. like, oh, you're taking a quest. Great. It's in this town over here. So you should always have that connection somehow to get the jobs. And if there's a tavern keeper that's giving you a job, like, he probably gave that job to 4 or 5 other people too, depending. Kevin actually pulled out a really cool idea where he, with a game he was DMing, he gave his team 3 or 4 options, and then once they picked it and went and did the mission, when he came back, the other 2 missions had already been completed by other parties, and then he introduced those parties to them. And Phantom, I heard Kevin was here. We're drawing Kevin the Necromancer. He might be. We never know. But the idea was that the one they picked had way more money involved. So, like, the other team came back just super rich. Like, it was amazing. We just found this treasure chest full of gold, just to piss off the players. And so they were celebrating, and like they bought the players drinks and stuff, and they're like, "Man, that sucks. Why didn't we do that other mission?" It was kind of cruel, but it was funny. It was really funny the way he did it. So, yeah, the world needs to happen. The world needs to happen around. The world needs to happen around the players, regardless of what they do. And I have done things in the past where I've had I got a team TKO'd, and then basically the thing that happened became lore. Like the next campaign started, and a few years had passed, and part of the country like was aware that this great calamity happened because the team died. I mean, the team died and the calamity happened, and so like they were kind of, the next party had to deal with the repercussions of that, just as a way to kind of like clean up the story. It's like, yeah, somebody figured it out, somebody fixed it. It resolved itself over a couple of years, but the world goes on, and now so do the players. So lava monsters, never a good time. I feel like it'll be a little weird macabre stuff today. Yeah, I suppose there always is a little bit. That's what I get for watching The Nightmare Before Christmas. 2 days late. I'm of the mind that you should probably watch The Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween. Because it happens on Halloween and then happens over the next, 2 months. So. Whereas it's always bothered me that when you watch Christmas movies, if you watch them before, they start way before Christmas and then end on Christmas before Christmas. And it's just no, I got to make it line up. You can only watch those on Christmas. If there's a defined day that happens in a movie, you have to watch it on that day. That's... Oh, I missed it. Yeah, I missed Blade Runner. No, that's fine. But if I survive, I'm gonna watch it. It's when was the Back to the Future day? I can't remember when that was. That was a while ago. Everybody had... That is shocking. I assume this is Sierra up here, throwing in full color. Got the pink lines and the green backsplash. That's good. I like that feels like a good Kevin the Necromancer. This is also probably legit. Kevin the Necromancer is pretty beefy. Yeah, no, his AC is ridiculous. He's got, pretty sure he's got an agile breastplate. No, he's got lots of armor. He's got a big shield, and then he's always buffing himself. Because, that's the thing. Kevin the Necromancer doesn't. I don't even know if he has a weapon right now. He just makes himself super tough and then lets Mimsy do all the work. So there's also a bone golem that needs to be drawn at some point. I also donked up and let him have basically a death knight. I don't remember what they're called. Yeah, there's a special thing. Basically phylactery knights. Grave Knights? It's a Grave Knight. He has a Grave Knight. It is a different thing. It's pretty... It's... Go ahead. Oh, they're level 13. I thought Death Knights were like CR 10. I'm looking it up. Someone asked me to do a Death Knight video, and I was like, yeah, maybe. 19th level spellcaster. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just an undead. Death Knights are just really high-level undead creatures. I'm okay with that. Is there Grave Knights in 5e? Oh. Grave Knights. Oh, Grave Knights, it is just a stackable thing. They just ooze undead energy. Yeah, so they're basically Grave Knights are any creature that is then turned into an undead thing, with its armor being its phylactery. So it's basically trapped in the armor permanently. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday after the Twitch stream, but like my pen just cut out and then Photoshop died. It was real weird. Real weird. PC? Yeah, PC clerics in Pathfinder can get pretty beastly. They don't have the full heavy armor, but with their spell combinations, they can just go to town. He has adamantine stitches, which was kind of great. Bone Shield's a good one, yeah. Absolutely. I don't know what kind of hair. I don't know what kind of hair he would have. I'm gonna go like small. He's got a little bit of fluff. That's not what I said. You can give him a man bun if you want. Conan O'Brien. He probably wouldn't have a shield of Nathus, but yeah, that's my bad. Let's do this. Probably be a big skull, to be honest. Servant of Sandro. always like the idea that, like, just having skeleton legs. This is fine. I hope somebody looked up the magic card Diabolical Tutor. I made a comment about it the other day, and I don't know if anybody actually looked it up. I always think about that when playing games with Kevin. That's a pretty good card. Yeah. Ah! Sorry, I'll zoom out here in a second. I just want to get a little more detail on this face. On this skull face. Hey, I don't have to do push-ups for other people's skeletons. Yep. Yep. This was planned. This was weeks. A week of planning to get Kevin drawn here on stream. We'll find out. I'll definitely let him see all these. Axiom Grave Knight, that's what it was. I think maybe it's a Grave Knight, but it's like acid based? Highly corrosive? Something like that. Super cool. Super fun. I like giving that kind of stuff to players. What was the last thing? For a while he had a undead Triceratops. That was fun. Whole bunch of paladins crushed it to death. Yeah. I just mean they swarmed it. there were like 20 guys fighting this T-Rex. Not a T-Rex, that would be great. The T-Rex got turned into Mimsy. The Triceratops. Because he had it as a bloody skeleton. Bloody skeletons are pretty cool because they just keep regenerating. And so if you give that to a player, it's pretty awesome. Pretty tough because they just like get scooshed and then like in 3 turns they're back. What do you know? I guess like a minute, but it's a cool way to keep a necromancer armed to the teeth without having to like, oh, you gotta find more bodies now. It's okay, your skeletons come back in a minute. That's pretty cool. I feel like just doing that little bit of 3D work yesterday kind of like re-jogged my brain. It was really helping me think in 3 dimensions. Uh-oh. Sounds good. Hells yeah. Got real quiet again. Sorry about that. Not normally. I'm trying to think of what weapons he has. Yeah, I guess I can look it up. Let me take a look. Let me see if I have an old character sheet. Because for a long time, he just had the bag. Like, that was it. And he would fling the bag at people sometimes. Ba-bum. It's a Jonas. It's a me. Pathfinder characters. Mr. Zanimus. I don't have his character sheet, but I have a Google Doc labeled things he's done. Yeah. Brutally killed Sally Saltfoot and her whole crew. That's not good. I gotta bring that back around. I'm gonna text. I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at for having scraggly little bone legs. It's just so funny though. Just the boots. We'll give him some boots. That was so fast. I asked what weapons he has, to which the reply was, "Oh my God!" So we'll see what happens. The bag's pretty good. I'm pretty sure he's tried to get rid of it. Part of it was, I was like, you're going to have to try to trick somebody into buying a cursed intelligent bag if you want to get rid of it. But like, there's nothing holding you to it. Because normally you would be, with that kind of item, you'd have to, you'd be compelled to keep it, but because of the undead thing, it's like, hey, you can kind of just get rid of it whenever you want, but, you know, it's going to judge you for it. It's going to be upset. There we go. Big old metal clompers. This could be a fun little thing we do. Just pick one person and have everybody draw that character. I mean, that's kind of Artist Arcana in a nutshell, but maybe Artist Arcana should just be a weekly live stream. I mean, I guess part of that is maybe we really do need some editing because we kind of go off the rails really hard. So maybe also that would be okay. What's up? Oh, yeah? Welcome! I bet I know who that... Yep, Kevin the Necromancer. There you go. We're live streaming. But we need to know the weapons. We need weapons. Daggers, these. Oh, digging these. Okay. I forgot about the dagger. I didn't tell anybody about the dagger because it's a secret. But Kevin the Necromancer has a dagger that is super, super powerful. And I don't know if you've used it in a long time because it would kind of bring about the end of the world, right? Like that's the no-no zone that you're not supposed to go to. Yeah, no, dagger. I talked about that dagger a little bit, but I haven't made it in the bottomless bag yet. It's basically a Tail-inch bag of devouring is the default weapon. Yeah, okay, no, so you're on the right path. We're on the right path, which is great. There's a dagger that he's got that basically sucks the soul out of the people you use it, but in the process also sucks up part of your soul, so you lose some of your maximum HP, but it does massive damage. So, and if it sucks up enough, you can summon a lich with it, which is a good and bad thing depending on how you're looking at it. So that's kind of a, you know, you gotta make some choices, gotta do some things. I like the idea that Kevin the Necromancer, while super, super beefy, covered in armor and death and destruction, just has like a big man purse. No, trust me, it's evil. It's a total asshole all the time. Nice. Let's see. I might start. This is gonna be a weird question for Kevin. Weird question. How much face? Lots of face? No face? I'm gonna give him the dagger. I think the dagger's a good. The dagger itself is something I really like. I think I thematically made it cool. But it is just a like a ceremonial sacrificial knife? No, knife. Whatever. However you want it. It's meant to kill people. It's not supposed to be like a huge martial weapon. It's just a ceremonial knife. Yeah. I see him with more skeletal than zombie, but not much face. There you go. Roger. Wow, undead face is pretty decent. Bony with some flesh. Is an athame the like leaf-shaped knife? Just a ceremonial knife. Love these. Please save the pics for me. Right, yeah, that might be something to ask. I think I want to change. How much hair? That's the next question. Hair? I guess the WoW skull zombies can have all kinds of different hair. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sierra is doing a all-day live stream later today. Or tonight, tomorrow. I don't know how you want to look at that. But 11 hours all-day live stream for which charity? Extra Life. That's right. That'll be cool. I might show up on that for a bit if I can. That's debatable. You don't have to keep someone entertained. I like this bigger skull. No hair, none whatsoever. Okay. Shaved pate. Hey, you can all draw Kevin the Necromancer however you want. That is your choice. Kevin the Necromancer has no power here. Aggie does some weird stuff with the transform tool. Like it really breaks the topology. That's not right. Curse you, Blender, making me think in 3D. I'm going to try to get really dark on some of these lines, though. Uh-oh, Ace, you need some space. Okay. Sorry. Jonas is getting covered up by the text chat, which maybe I can move this. I can do this. There we go. But if Jonas is still streaming, you can go check that out too. I forgot to say, yeah. Are you going to be streaming on Twitch or on YouTube? Twitch? Okay. Definitely go check that out. We should try to hit We should try to get you to 50 subs tomorrow. Just really push that super hard. Not that I know how to do that with my 26 subs, but let's see if we can do that. Everybody, get out there. Get out there. Pimp out that thing. My brain is so bad right now. Charity live stream. Charity live stream. That's what I was trying to say. Always a good cause. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think if you're posting stuff in the promote tab, I might start removing stuff that's more than like a week old, and just let people basically just post something for a week, and then if you post a new thing the next week, just remove the old one, like, just so it doesn't look like it's full of the same stuff. And again, maybe it'd be worth doing a. Nah, I'll wait. If I get to like 100,000 subscribers, then I'll do like a I will personally like promote people. I think that would be good. That's like a spotlight or a highlight channel page. Okay, check out this one person this week. Artist spotlight. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. I lost the YouTube chat. I'm so sorry. Where'd it go? There it is. Still people. Maybe only the one shoulder. I think maybe only the one shoulder would be. It would probably be the shoulder not with the shield, but maybe not. I do like this high collar thing though. That's pretty dope. I'll probably keep that. We'll just go full on darkness. Darkness! Ah! Yeah. He's just, I think Will Arnett is for a long time I didn't like him, but what I really did like was his characters. Like the characters he plays are just like, this is so shitty, but it's like he's super good at that. He's super good at just dry douche. Just like ugh, such an asshole. It's like, yep. You know, Will Arnett, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I do think he's really funny, though. The few times I've seen him just, like, talk, he is really funny. Well, I mean, his characters are funny, too, but I'm just not a big fan of a lot of that kind of, like, Arrested Development, Always Sunny, in The Office, like, that really kind of, it's funny because it's cringy and people are assholes. It's like, I'm just not into it. I'm just not into watching shitty people do shitty things. I'm like, I'm okay. Still funny. There are some very, very funny parts of all of those shows. It's just not something I like. I'm super into. No, I really hate Seinfeld. I've seen every episode of Seinfeld. Partially because I watched some of it while it was coming out. But yeah, same thing. It's just like, man, why am I watching people just be shitty to each other? Like, I'm not super into it. Actually, that could be a big reason why I'm not super into it. Because I watched so much Seinfeld and kind of, that was enough. That was enough. Yes, it's not bad. Like, it's not bad anything. Like what they did was really actually quite clever at the time, and I think set the foundation for a lot of stuff. But I don't have to like I don't have to like things. I can totally not like them and they're still okay. Man, I have not thought about that in a long time. It was 90s, wasn't it? 90s sitcoms. Whew. Yeah. I gotta do something with this face. I really dig this. This looks really good. Like, that's a great skull. This is magical flaying hair. A necromantic toupee. I kind of like the vacancy of it. Like, I always draw my skulls kind of mad. But I like the kind of vacant eye sockets you have there. I tend to personify my skeletons a little too much. Get a little more meat on this. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have a few songs in my head that I can't unthink. Like that Mario song happens whenever I it's like my idle music, I guess. When I'm not really thinking about anything. And then whenever I have to like go get something, I instantly start whistling the Dash de Chocobo. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but yeah, I just know what happens. Whenever I'm in a particularly echoey hallway, I'll start whistling the Song of Storms. Because that sounds super dope with a lot of reverb. I feel like these are funny. These are, but they kind of, I think they break the design up too much. He looks a little Mickey Mouse-ish now. Haha! Give him like a skeletal keyblade. One of these days we'll have to do another Kingdom Hearts episode. That was pretty fun. I struggled so hard. Like, it was really hard for me to draw a Keyblade. It's like all of us forgot how Kingdom Hearts worked. Well, I forgot how Kingdom Hearts. Everyone else did fine. I played the crap out of the first and second one. Like, my gummy ship was on point. But I gave up after that. Because they were like, Kingdom Hearts 3 will be super dope if it ever comes out. And I'm like, I'm good. Just stop it. I assume everybody. See, I didn't even realize that it came out. That's the problem. I thought it was still like 2.85463 or some crap. And they're like, eventually we'll get to that Keyblade War where everybody dies. But not right now. Well, I mean, so at the end of 2, they give you that cool cutscene. And then, yeah. I was waiting for that game. And then I got bored. Right. I got bored waiting for it. I think it was on a handheld, wasn't it? I'm so sorry that the convoluted nature of Kingdom Hearts got me confused. How dare I? How dare I? Gotcha. One way or the other, I gave up on that series. It wasn't like I hate it. I just am frustrated. Just super frustrated by it. I'm gonna give him some knee armor here. Still a really good game. Like, it's a cool series. Donald Duck is just the boss. Like, I think the thing, besides the weird convoluted nature of the storyline, the fact that you can't play as Donald Duck just makes me so mad. Just makes me so mad. I mean, that was the big thing. It's like when they talked about it, it's like, you can play as Donald and Goofy. Holy crap! And then they're like, yeah, you can't actually play as them. And it's like, oh, okay, well that sucks. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and for some reason, I remember when that game came out, everyone was like, it's co-op. You can play as the other people. And then it came out, and it wasn't. And it was like, what the crap? Like that was what I wanted. That would have been awesome. Like, no, it's single player. It's like, why? Like this. What? Ah! Interesting. That's cool. Day's cool. Let's get like a bag strap in here. You could always start. Okay. Did you screenshot it already? No. Means I'm gonna have to do it later. Yeah, Kevin wants these. Unless you don't want to give it to him. He said it was okay if people didn't want to share them, which is fine. You know, that's your. That's fine. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for drawing with us. We do have some room. Yeah, I got you. Still. Nobody drew Mimsy. I thought people would want to draw Mimsy. Mimsy is it's partially bone golem, but it's actually a necrocraft, which is like a bone golem, except it's made out of undead parts, not like one. Yeah, basically any parts you can get. instead of like a bone or flesh golem. Hey, there's Kevin. Super phenomenal work, guys. Great job, everybody. Yeah, basically, instead of it being like a really big zombie, it's made up of undead parts. So it can be made out of any creature. And you basically just build it. So, Mimsy. Yeah, the Zombie Rat King's a good way to do it. Mimsy was for a while made out of part of a T-Rex and some raptors. And like other weird bits and bobs. I think currently Mimsy is made out of like 15 orcs. I think it's the last time Mimsy was rebuilt. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, please correct me. But I think that sounds right in my head. You could also draw the human form, because there's a spell in Pathfinder that allows you to basically look human for a little bit. Like you exert a living aura so that people don't realize that you're undead. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, that is a great point, and I think part of the thing that I think people run into a lot, and I've seen this a lot with D&D as well, is that especially with clerics, like people have access to the whole spell list, and so they always think to themselves, well, I have the whole spell list, I'm just going to grab the best. Whereas if you play a character and you justify why you have spells, I think it's a lot more fun. Like sometimes when I play a cleric, if I'm playing like a battle ready cleric, I generally won't take things like I'll either pick really good defensive spells and that's all I will have, or I'll have really good buff spells and I won't take any defensive spells, because it's like that's not what this character's about. This character's about fervor and about enhancing people's ability during combat and keeping them healthy. And then when it comes to like having utility spells, it's like I got nothing. Like that's not what I'm about. And then I will build a character in the complete opposite way, whereas like I'm only here for utility because it feels more fun. It's like I'm a ready adventurer. I'm ready. I'm here. The spells that I have and know and use all the time are basically just with me all the time. So I wouldn't swap out for something unless someone like, is there a way we could cure this disease? It's like, oh, let me think about that. I'll pray on that for a while, and then I'll eventually take it. As a instead of just preemptively being like, well, this would be good for the party. This would be good for the party. I should take this with me. And that's kind of the thing with, I see a lot of warlocks like, oh, you have to have Eldritch Blast. And it's like, you don't. You really don't. Like, you could do a lot of things without using Eldritch Blast. It's definitely the most economic thing to take. Like, why not? But you don't have to. Right. That was a big problem with Rangers for a long time too. Like, people felt pigeon-toed into I think that's why I said hoe, because I got really confused. I think they're both the same. Pigeonholed? Is that the right term? Pigeon-toed is like when your feet do the thing, right? Okay, a pigeon-toed walk versus a pigeon-holed situation. I think pigeon-holed, I think, is where I was going. Thank you for that. They feel pigeon-holed into ranger class, like just bow specific things, because fighters are so much better at melee. And it's like, there's no reason for me to be a ranger. It's like, unless you want the flavorful, cool stuff you get from being a ranger. Centipede jar pot centipede. More Kingdom Hearts is invading my chat, and I'm totally fine with it. It's totally fine. I said I was fine with it. Don't freak out. Everyone can talk about Kingdom Hearts all they want in the live chat. I'm not going to talk about it on stream because you guys are having a great conversation. Keep having it. If you want to hear about that conversation, go to the live chat. Join in the conversation about Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, I think that's really the problem is people see that and they're like, oh, well, I could be an Eldritch Knight and I could focus on a cool weapon. It's like, Warlock. But then most people are like, I should just be an Eldritch Knight because it makes it better. And it's like, kind of, but it's all flavor. Like, really, if you build your characters for flavor, the world opens up to a lot of those really cool utility spells. So, Dalco, welcome. Mm-hmm. Nice. He is feared. I just remembered that Kevin the Necromancer focus is a big onyx skull, which is, I think, really cool. Because you need onyx to make Raise the Dead. For the spell components. And when we started, we were like, we should stick really close to spell components. And then by the end, we're like, fuck it. Just do whatever. So, what I've been doing a lot, especially for clerics and their I think this might be rules as written. Basically, just whenever there's a spell component that's super high, if you want to buy it and incorporate it into your, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, but for clerics, the arcane focus for clerics is the sacred symbol or whatever. Yeah, the holy symbol. If you want to incorporate the cost of that into your holy symbol, then it's reusable. Just because, like, this is a spell I'm going to cast every day. And it's like, cool, let's get you a thing that lets you do that. Because it makes more sense than than just like, I need to buy 50 Onyx. I need to buy 50 Onyx. It's like, okay, I get it. Welcome back to town. Guess what you're going to do? Yep, I figured it out. Buy 50 Onyx. And I think that's kind of, those kind of like little creature comforts, I guess, are really important for D&D and Pathfinder. Like, that's why I like things like, there's a point, like when you start a game, finding ammo is really important, but then towards the end of the game, it's like, just, I assume you're buying arrows every time we go into town. If you're not, what the hell are you doing? Like, spell component bag. Yeah. I will generally, when I play casters, I'll just take issue materials, which gives you that. It's as a feat. It's like anything less than 50 gold, you just don't have to worry about it. It's like, great. They don't. No, I think the spell component pouch is the equivalent of it. I don't think they have it as a feat. You're right. They might. It's the item, right? Yeah. Yeah, so there's a feat for that in Pathfinder called issue materials. And like sorcerers get that passively, which I thought was pretty cool. It makes sense. What do you guys think about Sid kicks in Tosh's Cauldron? About Sid kicks. I did not see this. I am super excited for it too. I'm gonna probably go try to get a physical copy of it. It's fine. You know me. Everything is interchangeable to me. Like I have no qualms with just taking anything out of any book. Like I don't care where it comes from. Yeah. I've introduced a lot of people to D&D in the last year or two, and most of the time people, they'll play Pathfinder and they'll be really frustrated. I'm like, we can play D&D, and they're like, yeah, let's do that, and we'll play that a little bit, and they're like, can we go back to Pathfinder? It's like, yes, you can. And so I really love it for that purpose. It's like, D&D is great, or 5th edition specifically, is really great for introducing people to the concept of the game, and then Pathfinder's a lot more open source, or open-ended. Has a little more nuance, which is great. Lets people really, really get into the nitty-gritty and fiddle with stuff. So, I love them both. And I will... If you want to play a gunslinger in D&D, do it. If you want to play a warlock in Pathfinder, I have no problem. I have no problem with that at all. Been trying really hard not to look at Tosh's Cauldron, because I want to just wait for it to come out and get it, but I probably should. Been a lot of good links, a lot of good discussions about it. I'm excited. That and the Unearthed Arcana, I think, are good steps for D&D, because that is really what's missing, is just like the high-end customization. Right. But at the same time, like, if for the people that don't like that and are upset that, like, oh, there's too many things and they're changing too much, don't use it. That's it. Like, everything that comes out in D&D is always just, like, adding things to D&D is not bad. You just You just have to agree not to do stuff like that. Like sometimes I tell people, like, you know what, I don't want you to pick stuff out of the Ultimate Combat book because I don't want to deal with ninjas in this campaign. just it's fine. But that's something you have to deal with. My DM wants to do this or won't let me do that. It's like, that's fine. Don't play that campaign. Like, find a different campaign to play that character in. That's totally fine. Like, you don't have to. Not all characters and not all players work for every game. And that's okay. That's totally okay. I just realized I made this person look like a Pokemon trainer with that skull in his hand. I think Kevin would be okay with that, though. Go, Mimsy, I choose you! Is that why Kevin likes Necromancy? Because it's like Pokemon? Or is that why Kevin likes Pokemon? Because it's like Necromancy? Which one came first? I wonder. Yeah. Pokemon obsession or the Necromancy obsession? Why not Zoidberg? That's a great question. I never got the obsession for pets in D&D. Like, it's definitely, I've seen it so many times, and like, people want pets, that's fine. I have no problem with that. But like, I never got into it. Animals aren't judgy. I got it, but my cat is super judgmental. Is that just me? Like, cats are just, maybe it's just cats. Okay. Well, Pokemon and Necromancy go hand in hand. Fair enough. Jacob, I hope you're okay. I don't know what happened to Jacob. Yeah. How dare you? Maybe we're the assholes. Maybe we make the cats judgmental. Oh yeah, congratulations. Interesting. Let's do some of this, and do some of this. Dalco, are you going to get in on this? That was a lot of declaratives with no. It was a yes or no question, man. Okay, that's fine. Well, you see, mate, this I could because I mean, no, no, I'm not. It's like. I don't know why I just gave him a crown. That was pretty funny, though. Ooh, you know what I should do? I should put a big floaty skull over here. Just like, rah! And that's an internal joke. Don't worry about it. Dowcore is not responding. Please restart. Restarting application. Nice. You know, I haven't done a lot of that. I don't know if I need to spend more time doing the branding. I don't want a face cam. That doesn't sound fun at all. These are all great things. I do really feel like I've drawn the Mickey Mouse version of this, though. Maybe it's just too short. I don't know. Whoops. Is that what I did? Like, let's take a look here. If I make a new layer. And I go head, body. Yeah. There's no hip. There's just no hips at all. That's why it looks like Mickey Mouse. But you know what? We can fix that. We can fix that. I'm going to erase this. Whoops. No, I'm not. There we go. That's what I wanted. Looks good. I think it looks really good. I done goofed myself. the Necromancer. That didn't come out right. Whoops. That's not that hotkey for this. Kind of a death shroud over here. Maybe we'll have it go a little long. Make it really wispy. That looks a little better. I'm not checking the polls. Shut up. Tis good. Yeah, I saw it. I'm on this website right now. Oh no. I don't like the way you said that. Ah! I'm right. Let's get some of this going over here. I wonder if I should do like a quilted pattern. That could be kind of cool. I don't know if it's such kind of a weird thing to draw. I feel like those little details, though, are going to be really what make things pop. It's like little... I'll just add some visual detail, which is kind of cool. I'm going to erase some of this line. So this can really look like a... Yeah, it's weird. Especially, yeah, once you start getting into, like, the... I really do feel like painting is almost like sculpting. Like, painting in volumes. That makes total sense. I don't know why I had to say that out loud. Painting 3D things, it's like making 3D things. Only is. Yeah. I just remember when I was in school, a lot of people would start 3D modeling, and they're like, oh, I can't make things look good. And it's like, well, you need to go back to your fundamentals of drawing and sketching and painting. And they just, like, refuse. They're just like, no, it doesn't help. I'm like, well, you're probably not doing it. I would bet you're not actually doing that. Like, study. And I argued for a long time for our classes and our curriculum to teach more traditional art, but they just didn't want to. They're like, no, you just got to learn architecture stuff. And it's like, that's only good if we're going to be modeling buildings. Like, I want to do characters. So it's a different skill set. Maybe this bag is just like covered in goo because it's evil. Let's do that. Just covered. It's like full of people and kind of drippy. It did vomit out like 5 years worth of corpses once. That was not my best. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good moment. Yeah. That being said, some of the biologists that I know are really good photographers. Like, they're really, really good at it. Yeah. Right. Like I think that's a big proponent of is really people that become really good at one thing are generally good at it because of their kind of their side hustle, I guess. Oops, what just happened? Did I just lose my layer? Yeah, it was this one. Adam Savage was talking about that the other day on his podcast. Basically, like when I was taught to be like a jack of all trades. Learn how to do. Of course, it's the same. We have the same degree. But the that's how that works. But no, he was talking about like the people that the difference is that you should be an expert in something, but the people that really excel in areas are people that are experts at something, but also can branch out and see the multiple angles and attachments. Whereas the people that become like really, really focused on one area and can't branch out generally don't do as well because they're so focused. Like, being able to see from multiple angles is really important, which is why like critique in the art field is super important. If you only show your artwork to people that like your art, you're not going to grow much. It's like you need to see people that can see your art from a kind of a different perspective. I hope that made sense. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, definitely don't think that I'm saying like, hey, don't like my art or don't show off your art to people that like it. I'm just, don't hide it. Don't hide your art. Share it to people. Be open to critique. I told you guys about my friend who told me my art sucked, right? That was pretty funny. I think it was great. It was really good advice. Well, I don't know if it was good advice, but it was good to hear, I think. Dalcor, you can probably guess who I was talking to. But yeah, it was really funny. Because he's like, man, your stuff's getting really good. I bet if you spent a whole bunch of time on your line art, you do great. Because every time you get to color, it just kind of falls apart. And I was like, well, that's not necessarily true, but it is true. So I could definitely... He wants me to drop the color altogether and just go back to pencil sketching. I'm like, that could be a really fun project, but I do want to get better at painting, so I will have to. I wouldn't just abandon it. But he very much is a like master something before you move on, and it's like that's not bad advice. Like I probably do spend a little too much time fiddling and trying to spend way more time coloring things when really I could just really, really get good at line art. And because that's definitely still need improvement on, and that's something I might try. Maybe next year I'll do a few more line art only videos. See if I can really make them pop without any color. And that's probably what I'll do with this. I don't think I'll add any color to this. I'm just gonna see what I can do with it. Yeah, for a long time, that was something interesting with my commissions too, is because I would spend 4 to 6 hours on the lines, and then like an hour on paint. And I was just like, I don't know if that means I need to spend more time on the line art, or get faster at painting. When it's just, I don't know. It's interesting, something to think about for me. That's not really an answer. Yeah. That's very true, yeah. And that's always one thing I get kind of weirded out about with doing commissions is like, I want to get better and I want to experiment when I draw, like with this. I'm trying some cool stuff. But like when I do commissions, it's very much like you have an expectation of what I can do. So I want to keep retaining that style. What is happening here? This is awesome. My hand's been covering that up for like 20 minutes. That's super cool. Yeah. That's a great Mimsy. If I recall, the bag got blasted with a ray of sickness. That is what happened, yeah. At one point in time, I don't know if I botched a roll. Someone botched a roll. And the bag of devouring got hit with a ray of sickness. So I just had to start vomiting up all the gross garbage that it's been stuffed with. It was a pretty epic moment. You know what? I'm just going to make the whole body kind of drippy. This shoe should be a little more rigid, I think. There we go. I like that better. Speaking of fleshbacks, all right, that segue just won the internet, I think. Go on. Ooh, Hag's Lair campaign sounds fun. Gross. Jar of Teeth is a great thing to find in a hag's lair. I like that. Sounds terrifying. Weird. Twitching elven finger. That's good. That's a great. That sounds like something you'd find on like a goblin shaman. Like you kill a goblin shaman and it's like you open their bag and it's just like a frog and a twitching finger. And you're like, okay. Goblin. See, yep, there you go. I'm on it. I'm all over that. I'm all over it. That's good. I like it when DMs can kind of really pull that emotion out of characters, like really have people be terrified. It's like I'm not even scared for my character. I'm just scared right now. What's going on? I hope that got through. I really liked the response of the blue team when I did the blood room puzzle. That's one of my favorite puzzles I've ever made. Super fun. I know Jonas freaked out a little bit, which made me happy. Actually, Kevin the Necromancer did that room too, but since he's an undead, he was immune to it. Didn't get to partake in the fun. Yeah, that sounds about right. Kevin says he thinks he accidentally fumbled a spell attack roll with a sickening ray and shot the bag. I think that's what it was. I think he went to like zap somebody and he shot the bag of holding and it just vomited everywhere. Still not as funny as your skeleton companion critically fumbling itself to death on an ooze. That was pretty great. That's one of the few times. Okay, the cat survived. Unrelated. I let the cat out hours ago and it didn't come back, but it's apparently just in the backyard. No, the skeleton companion for this character tried to attack an ooze and just rolled 3 natural ones in a row. And we're like, okay, well, the ooze takes his head away and it's gone now. Just takes off with the skull. So much fun. So much fun. Ranged touch attack. Yeah, ranged touch attack. Uh-oh. I think people are joining the chat, and every time it joins, it like refreshes the page. So it just like breaks for a second. It's totally fine. People are very welcome to join. Just Aggie takes a poop. Lurk in school. Yeah, what's all this? There's all this free space. Wearing Kevin says great Mimsy, by the way. Great Mimsy. I think we're going to record some video a little later, which will be fun. If you have character sketches or drawings that you want to be submitted for the Artist Arcana, I would suggest doing that now. Last chance to submit your character sketch. If you've already submitted one, that's fine. You don't need to submit another one until later. I'll do a call again when the next video challenge will be up, and it'll probably be something different. But I would like just character sketches, because that's the challenge we're doing. Don't worry so much about non-sketches. Yeah. I wonder if I could make this a little more meaty. I don't know what I would do. Maybe just less eye socket, maybe a little more meat. Am I in like a different layer? What's going on here? I am. Weird. Merge down layer. We'll do a little. Meh. No, I don't like any of that. I don't like anything I just did there. I'm gonna leave it as just like straight up skull. I gotta zoom in. Oh, I like what's happening here. Let me zoom in for a minute. Nobody panic. I'll be back. Just gotta tighten this up. It is always fun drawing in Aggie with a lot of people because like the resolution just goes to poop. You have to make it so small. I was doing that the other day. I took some of the sketches I took from here and put it into Photoshop so I could continue with it. And I didn't realize how small the picture was. And I was like, well, I basically have to just redraw that. Like, there's nothing I can use from the Aggie build. But you know, that still works out. Like, it still works out to do that kind of stuff. Oh, is that so, Cat?
As that's out for so long, I forgot
What it felt like to be full. Free cat. That's not true. I said free cat. I do love that cat, but I also hate it. Yep. There's probably food in his bowl. I can't remember where the food is. I'm scared. The food bowl's haunted. Please come with me. The amount of accommodations that cat gets is unsettling. Yep. Yeah, pretty typical. You don't know how bones work? Is that what you said? Get on that. Yeah, get some reference. Well, bones don't have beards, so that's one. Wait a minute. So what we need to do is we need to make a video called Druid Draws Bones. And then just leave the thumbnail like a censor bar and let people kind of extrapolate their own meaning. And just have it be nothing but anatomy of different types. That could be a whole series. That could be a whole channel. All right. Nobody steal that. Somebody go make Druid Makes Bones. Makes Bones. Druid Makes Bones. Druid Bones. Let's do it. Let's tag team a YouTube channel called. Nope, I got nothing. I think the joke has played its place. I got nothing else to add. Yeah. That's where it went. I don't know if that's what I meant for it to go to, but just riffed it. Yeah, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. Not on purpose. That's true. The Artist Arcana videos are kind of their own creatures. All right, I think this is it. I think I am done here. It is past noon, so that's a thing that's happened, which is great. It's totally fine, but you know, I think I'm about done. So there we go. We got to draw Kevin the Necromancer today. That was fun. Thanks everybody for sharing in with that. Hearing some stories about a fun campaign that hopefully will continue in the future. Drawing some cool, weird stuff, which I'm also... This is pretty good. I like this. Blah, blah, blah. Someone's drawing mayonnaise. Yeah. Definitely a good mayonnaise day. I'm going to go get some lunch, hang out for a little bit, see what's going on, and yeah, we'll catch you next week. Hopefully there will be a new video up. I might release it Sunday. I might wait till Monday. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but gotta finish up that commission, start a new commission on Monday, which will be fun, and we'll go from there. I hope everybody's staying happy and healthy out there. Everybody try to take some time to de-stress and self-care. Is that the right thing? I was gonna say self-love, but that doesn't sound right. I'm not sure if that's the right term. It's kind of the same thing. Do what you gotta do, right? All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Kevin the Necromancer for giving us a cool thing to draw. Thanks for drawing everybody with us. I'll post these in the Discord and draw if people want to check them out and use them for their own undead shenanigans in D&D. So stay happy out there, stay healthy, and remember to keep your dice on the table. Title screen. Oh, the title screen's broken though. What a weird